Guys, how are you all doing? I know this is not the usual type of video that I make, but I think it is one type of video that people should make when they are in a similar situation like I am. I have finally decided to, you know, come out and say the truth to every single one of you out there. A little known fact about me, maybe a bit of emotional, you know, uh, words from your boy. People who suffer from mental health issues. This is a message to them. People's encouragement don't seem to bring you up. People's logic don't seem to calm you down. People's support doesn't seem to cure the loneliness that you feel. And I think in times like these, we need to realize what is causing all of it. Well, the first step is to obviously accept that you have a problem. Obviously, when we have a stomach pain, we go to the gastroenterologist. When we have a chest pain or any fault regarding the heart or the cardiovascular system, we go to a cardiologist. We talk openly about our muscle pains, our cardiac pains, our you can say um, problems of our intestines or our stomach. Why don't we talk about our mental health issues? Why don't we ever talk about that? I had a reason which was dumber than anything else. My reason was I don't want to drag people down with my thing, and I still kind of say that to people who are willing to help me. So it's basically you not helping yourself. You're basically just saying that I don't want to drag people down. If I'm going down, what if you're not dragging them down? What if they're helping you get up? You've seen in movies when two characters are falling, one guy, the one who's below, he grabs onto something, and the one who's above him falls down, and the guy who is already stationary he has grabbed something, he grabs the other person. So does that mean that you are dragging the other person down, or the other person is trying to get you up, trying to save you? I'm not going to say that everything's going to be fine, you don't have to worry or anything. It is something to kind of worry about. All right? It is something you need to worry about. Reason being, progression is something that happens in every stage of life. Cancer progresses from stage 1 to stage 2, 3, 4. A student progresses from grade 1, 2, 3. An adult shows progress, goes from just a just an employee to a general manager, a senior manager, a project manager, and so on and on and on. Me personally, I have seen that mental health issues, they show progression way too fast, to a point where it can consume you slowly, and by the time it has progressed nearly, you can say, 50% of the way, you start to feel empty. And that's exactly when the true nightmare starts. I never disclosed this information, not even to my parents, and now they're gonna know about this, and they're gonna worry about me. Maybe that's what I need. People knowing what I'm going through. And this is the point where I tell people to take inspiration from what I've done in my life. Even though I was feeling down, I was able to get stuff done around me. What I don't understand is the fact that people don't want to speak up about it. You have a problem. It's fine. It's alright. So, what if you have a problem? It's alright to feel sad. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to kind of just cry. I want to discuss one thing. Girls. How often do you really compliment a guy? How often do you say, your hair looks good? Your beard looks amazing. Oh, you got your eyebrows done? Oh, damn, you're looking good. Oh, you got a new outfit? Oh, that's a brilliant shirt. Tell me, how much does it cost you to say all this stuff? Or how much does it cost for you to just text us or just, talk to us? I don't think it costs you anything. Yet here you are, not talking, not complimenting, not, saying anything to any guy. Because here's the thing, what I've noticed about girls, they know when you're not feeling okay. But yet they still kind of don't try to help them. Now I don't know how serious this problem is in the other countries, but in Pakistan and UAE, what I've seen, that's it's a lot. It's a lot. You need to realize that guys rarely compliment each other. We might say stuff like, "Hey, bro, looking good," and all. That's just something norm. We just say that even when we don't mean it. But when complete strangers or people from the opposite gender, they say that looking good, we kind of start to feel better. But I'm not going to concentrate on that thing because that's not the solution to your problem. I'm going to guide you. First of all, I'm going to tell you what I have gone through in my life. I have secretly suffered from severe depression, to a point where my sleep pattern, my eating pattern, even my water intake decreased to a point where it just was harmful for me. This thing mainly started in 2000, I think, ending of 2018 and till the mid of 2019. Like for nearly 8 months, I have suffered from this in secrecy. And in one of my diaries that I have written, and I quote, "I hate myself because I'm a good actor. I have so many personalities, I have so many faces that I cannot stick to being one person. I hate myself because I'm a good actor. I'll die one day because I'm a good actor." And many more things like this. Here's the thing, for me, I pretended too much to be okay, to be, oh, I'm jolly, I'm smiling, and I'm just, oh, look at me, I'm this, oh, look at me, I'm that, alhamdulillah, I'm this. Basically, what I was doing is that I was a bird at that point, and there was a cat right in front of me, and instead of flying away to protect myself, I kind of just closed my eyes to see if the problem is erased. It does not erase the problem. dealing with the problem erases the problem. And now that I am in Pakistan and I live alone, this thing has gotten to me to a point where I genuinely feel numb. I have spoken to one of my relatives who is, a psychologist. She has said that this is an aftermath of, the main depression. I'm getting like these aftershocks of this, and it was to a point where I didn't feel like talking to anyone. Kind of thought of ending it all for good because I was not thinking straight. How could I? My mind was being invaded by this imaginary parasite that is not created by mankind. It just is there. People who suffer from coronavirus or any other sort of disease, they know that what's wrong with them. But the thing with mental health issue is that most of the time when people start to feel stuff that is anonymous to them, they don't know what they're suffering from. And our imagination can play tricks on us and cause us to basically, think to a point where it starts to hurt the brain. I personally had I was like just recently I was like I've had enough of this, and I went to a psychiatrist. He told me one thing that I want to tell you all out there. Don't be ashamed to go to a doctor. They're there for you. Even if you feel mildly, uneasy mentally, go to them. They're there for you. They might charge you, but it's worth your mental health. It's the CPU of the computer. It's the CPU of the body. Like just how like the CPU is for the computer, this is the CPU for your body. And if this is not in good working condition, the device will be faulty. People assume that if we just, stay strong, or we just say, oh no, it's nothing. It's nothing. I'm gonna be fine. I'm a man. They create this imaginary concept that everything's gonna be a-okay. And, oh, I'm a man, I don't need to cry, or I don't need to do this, I don't need to do that. What ends up happening to them is that they become so weak and so numb that they actually lean towards self-harm. Self-harm, broken relationships, many things. We all have dreams. I have a dream that I'll complete my degree in Pakistan. I'll start working as a professional physiotherapist. I have a dream that I will one day get married to the love of my life. I have a dream that one day I will become a father. I will, my mom and my dad will become grandparents. My cousins would be like chachus, tayas, pupos, and all of that. And that is one thing that I always keep in my mind, that this is my life. This is the way I choose my life to be. But then there is the enemy that jumps in and ruins it all. You have all of these concepts in your mind that you want to complete your degree, start off with your professional life, you want to earn money, start buying things for yourself, and get married, have kids, and enjoy life, but all these dreams kind of become a challenge just because you're mentally not okay. Guys, this is a long video and it's worth watching, I think. Main reason being, I need to make sure that my experiences are out there for people to see, because the more I talk about it, the more awareness, or the more, you can say, knowledge I increase in people's mind, that people who may suffer. The fun fact was that my psychiatrist told me I reminded him of the character from Batman, Joker. I was shocked that how can he say, am I a bad person? He said, no, you're not a bad person, but you lie to yourself a lot. You say that things are going to be okay. You're lying to yourself. The first thing is to accept that there's a problem. Second step is to plan, plan out things that can help you. I did not make this video to, give you like a nuska or any cure for depression, because it's solely upon you on how you deal with the situation. You go get professional help, very well. You don't get professional help, please do. It all just kind of depends on you, on how you deal with the situation. You have a problem, you deal with it, or you run from it. Back to the Joker part. I asked him, how did I remind him of Joker? He told me a scene from The Dark Knight Rises. Talha, do you remember the scene where Batman is beating Joker to a point where he's kind of bleeding and he is still just laughing? And I'm like, yeah, but no one's beating me up. And he giggled, I giggled, and he said, this is exactly your problem. You giggle a lot. Not in the sense that I laugh a lot or anything, but he said, when you're feeling sad, your mind tend to crack jokes that only you find funny. I'm like, that's not true. He said, when I kind of, we had a long conversation, and in that I did, make quite dark humor jokes. He was like, Talha, did you really mean that? I'm like, no, it's just for comedy purposes. And he said, no, it's not even for comedy purposes. Son, you are mentally so in such bad condition that you find dark, haunting humor really like funny, and that's concerning. The last message to every single one of you out there: be there for each other, love each other, don't falsely accuse anyone, leave all the grudges behind, start a new life. People make mistakes, and that's exactly what people are for. They make mistakes. Be around people who learn from them and move on. Be around people who care for you. Go for people who care for you. Don't start caring for someone who doesn't care about you. because that's only gonna leave you in a ditch full of your tears. That's all I have. And I really hope this video helped, you guys. Because if it did, then my job here is done. This is my last video for now that I'm posting. All I want you guys to do is just pray for me. I have suffered in quarantine, not in 2020, but from 2018. I'm not talking about the physical quarantine. I'm talking about the mental and emotional quarantine, where I have not spoken to anyone about how I felt or how I was. So yeah. Goodbye. Stay safe, be happy, and always know one thing. I will always, always love you guys. This is to every single one out there who's feeling down. I'm there for you. If you want to talk, let's talk. Why? Because we have this thing in common, that you are watching this video just to seek a cure. But like I said, it solely depends on how you deal with the situation. Rest, you want to chat, let's chat. Let's have some good time. Let's hop on Zoom, let's call each other. Peace.